everybody, welcome to an all-new Beyond the Barricade. We are live right now. We've got a couple announcements towards the end of the show, but without further ado, I'm going to bring my very, very special guest, the one, the only, Tony Leyenda.
I feel like there should be a round of applause right now.
It should be. Woo!
I mean, I am La Maldita Crema. There's no one else there like me.
Oh, La Maldita Crema. All right.
That's right. Thank you for having me on.
Hey, thank you for coming on the show. Let's start off with how you fell in love with this wonderful world that we call wrestling.
So that's a question I get asked a lot. And if you look at any prior interview, the answer today is going to be slightly different because it wasn't up till last year when I was in the Dominican Republic, because I travel a lot, rightfully so. My grandma sat me down and she said, you know, the reason you fell in love with wrestling is because of me. I'm like, what do you mean? I said, well, every Saturday when you came visit, it was on TV. And I'm like, she's right. It was either WWF at the time, or WCW when it, or Lucha Libre, on the Spanish channels. So the influence was deep rooted. I couldn't tell you a specific age. All I know is that I was always obsessed with being like that, like larger than life, just big, muscular, and I was drawn to it. And of course, you know, you're drawn to the classic baby faces, the Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warriors, and those kind of guys. And then moving on to the Attitude Era, you know, The Rock, Stone Cold, you know, those guys. So I mean, I couldn't tell you a specific age, but I loved wrestling essentially my whole life.
Awesome. All right, now that you fell in love with this wonderful world, where did you start training, and who are some of the mentors who guided you in the beginning?
So I'm from New York City originally, but because I served in the Air Force for quite a bit, the Air Force took me to San Antonio, Texas, where I found Texas Wrestling Academy, and I trained under the great Rudy Boy Gonzalez, trainer of the stars, Brian Danielson. You just the name of one person, but he has a whole host of the who's in professional wrestling, and I'm part of that lineage. And I lucked out. I took to the training while I was serving, and here I am. And I have a few mentors along the way. You know, the Rodney Macks. There were a couple of fellas up in the school called Hybrid in San Antonio. Those guys they always send me messages to show me love, and I've been real fortunate with the mentors that I've met. And here in the South Jersey area, where I tend to reside from time to time, you know, I've been lucky enough to pick the minds of people like Black G's. You all know the church's money, right? The definition of fly. You know, he's always giving me feedback that I need to progress. And I've been real fortunate so far.
All right, now I'm going to bring this up real quick. It's your picture. You already look like you belong in WWE or AEW or New Japan. You already look like you belong there.
Let me tell you something. There's a lot of guys out there. There's a lot of women out there that are really attractive, I'd say, you know, real pretty, real beautiful. I mean, have you ever seen something that gorgeous?
Listen, I can't argue with you on that.
I can't even make eye contact with myself right now.
What championship is that?
That is the great, super crazy professional wrestling heavyweight champion, which I own. Ooh. And I have owned for almost a year. In fact, it'll be a year next month. This is my triumphant victory against Jay the God, formerly known as JTG. Nice. I've been holding that title ever since. Along the way, I've acquired another title. I am the first ever AAW Tri-State champion, and who knows what the rest of 2023 has to offer. The year's just getting started. I'm getting better. I'm getting more handsome, more beautiful, stronger, and I feel like I got the world by the you-know-what, by the cojones.
By the cojones. I was going to say the cojones. Serena says, hi, Papa Nick and Tony. I want to show you something real quick, Tony, before we get into the next question. If you're ever out on Long Island, maybe we could challenge for this belt. The 23-6 heavyweight championship.
23-6?
The most coveted title in all of YouTube.
You have to bring me up to speed because I feel like it's a little bit lazy for La Crema. I work 20 I worked 25.8, so 23.6 seems a little bit easy. So
Hey, listen,
I
you
don't
know, you
know.
need a day off in that hour a day. You know, you get something to eat, maybe a little rest. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be on your toes for this championship.
I don't know what the R word means, but you piqued my interest. So maybe you guys should invite me to Long Island. I mean, it's a shame
We
that
should.
I'm New York through and through. I'm a New Yorker through and through. I was born and raised in the South Bronx, and I have yet to perform in New York City. What a shame
Really?
and a disservice the wrestling world is doing by withholding me from
Right.
performing in New York
Any
City.
any promoters who are watching this, let's get Tony out here.
They should smarten up. They
They
should
should
have had me
smarten
there
up.
yesterday.
That's right.
Who
All
am I?
right. Let's start with your first match. How did you feel when you had your first match, and who was your opponent?
My first match, my first match was April Fools, so I thought that was a rib. When my coach
Oh,
told me it was an
right,
April
right.
Fools the day before WrestleMania, and it was Max Castellanos. He's a great talent out in Texas right now. He's killing the game,
Mhm.
and it was a very basic match, but it was good. It had a lot of energy, and I honestly never felt anything like that before because the audience they were really into it, and I'm
Uh-huh.
like, in my mind, it was WrestleMania, and
Right, right.
it was a good showing. It was nothing crazy. I look back at it as a billion things. Whoever wrote Yes Serena, you are completely
Look
right.
at look at all
I
these wrestling
I could have said
events
it
out
any
here.
better myself. But no, the match was it was I mean it wasn't like a 5-star match or nothing, but
Hmm.
it served a purpose. It told a story for what it was designed to do, if that makes
Right.
sense. And I just listened to my coach, honestly. It's one of those things where just like you just listen to the people who are teaching you and you do right by them because they're taking care of you, they do things for a reason. So I did that. And
Right.
I honestly went from a guy that just I wanted to live that dream and have that title called professional wrestler to like I want more now after that
Right.
first experience. So I
Okay.
cherish that moment. I do. I don't like that guy too much, but I cherish that moment forever.
Who has been your favorite opponent so far?
You know, I typically say that my favorite point is going to be the next one.
Okay.
So I have a bad habit to some people. To me, for sure, it could be detrimental. But I try not to dwell on the past too much, and to the point that I lose focus on the good that I have acquired today,
Right.
even because I'm always looking for the next person. I've been fortunate to be in the ring with some really, really amazing people, stars, legends. But it seems like it's never enough. I'm grateful for that experience, and I've taken away a lot from it. I've learned a lot,
Mhm.
but it's like if I'm going to rest on those accomplishments, then what am I doing? Like, in my opinion, I haven't made it yet. So, who's my next opponent is my favorite one.
Okay. Well, you got. It's important to stay hungry in this game.
Yeah, I'm starving
You
right
know,
now.
so you're
But
doing the right thing.
even then, that 23.6 doesn't fit. I'll
The
figure it out to go out to 25.8. 25.8 is what I said.
25. I love it. I love it. All right. Next question. Favorite match that you've been in so far?
Favorite match. It's my next one.
Oh,
My
the
next
next
match.
one. That's
My
right.
next match is my favorite one. I
All
mean,
right.
I've had a lot of good matches, a lot of good guys out there. I mean, you gotta understand that the talent pool is pretty deep.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, just kind of calling how I see it. The competition is steep, and that's a good thing because you bring two people who are hungry, such as myself. It's going to create fireworks. I don't know. I can tell you I don't know who I'm wrestling on my next
Right.
show, but I can tell you on February 25th I'm wrestling the American Hammer Matt Quay, and I whooped his
Uh-huh.
butt once, and I'm gonna do it again, and I'm hungry for it, and I hope he brings it because it's gonna be a great match. Why? One, because I'm in it, and two, because I'm gonna walk out the way I walked in, champion.
Okay. What about match that you would like to be in that you haven't been in?
With opponent or type of match?
No, type of match.
Oh, I want to go. I've gone 20 of like in-ring solid work before,
Mhm.
20-ish. I want to go 30 or more. I don't know about like I don't care about stipulations too much. I'll do whatever I need to do, it's the
Right.
job, but I kind of want to test myself and see if I could have a 30-minute match or 40 minutes, 50 hour. And that's the kind of thing that because back in the day, those guys pride themselves on partying hard and then coming to work and taking their job seriously and being able to go half hour if the promoter needed or an hour if the promoter needed. And like it was nothing. This is what I do. And I haven't had that chance yet, so I kind of want to test my mettle and to see if I could tell a story going that long.
Gotcha. Okay, let's break out of wrestling for a moment. Let's talk about some of your favorite hobbies that you like to do, or favorite shows you're watching.
Listen, if we're gonna break out of wrestling, I gotta tell you right now, and everybody works hard. I get it. No excuse. But listen, I work quite a bit. I'm in school full time. I have 2 children and a wife. If it's not about my Yankees or my Knicks or my Giants, I'm really not too focused on TV right now.
Gotcha.
Aside from the things that my children want to watch, then I'm inclined to watch that because I want to spend extra time with them.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm hitting the books, hitting the gym, and it just it's like it's clockwork,
Okay. All right. Who's your favorite Latin musical artist?
You putting me on the spot here.
I know who mine is.
Who's yours?
Who else? Bad Bunny.
So I wasn't gonna say him, but that's like a cop out.
Why is it a cop out?
Because he's that good. So
he is that good.
You know what I'm saying?
And he wrestles.
I have him on rotation on my iTunes. You know what I mean? I listen to him in the gym. But how about this? Because I'm a man from the Bronx and I have class. Let's go with Romeo Santos.
Oh, Romeo. Okay. Yeah.
Because I'm Dominican. I'm from the Bronx like he is, from the South Bronx like he is. And I consider myself a bit of a heartthrob. We have a lot of things in common, he and I.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say Bad Bunny because I love Bad Bunny. He's a wrestler.
Bad Bunny's a man.
He's in the new WWE commercial for 2K.
I saw. Congrats to him. A lot of people hate that he was able to infiltrate our business and do what he does. But here's the deal, man. It's business.
Yeah. And he's got some skills.
Is undeniable. He's breaking records.
Got some skills. Yeah.
And he's he was able to cross over to the English world. So you can't really you can hate what you want, but the proof is in the pudding.
Right. All right, we're gonna jump into food. What's your favorite food?
Can I be stereotypical here?
Absolutely.
I love me some mango. You know what mango is?
Yeah, I know what mango is.
Como tres golpes. Unfortunately, I can't eat that all the time. Can't maintain a physique like this on that. But right. I had some this Saturday when I went to New York to visit my mom and my grandmother, and it was glorious.
It was good.
Amazing.
One of my favorite things is tostones. I love tostones.
Yeah.
Love tostones. When I go to mom's house, it's like, can you make me some tostones, mom?
My daughter's the same way.
All right, let's go back to wrestling. What is your opponent you want to face that you haven't faced yet?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not good at these dream matches. Because here's why. If I start naming one person, inevitably I'm gonna forget somebody else that's on that level higher that I'm just gonna forget to mention because there's so many. Here's what I would say though: dream opponent is anybody who's good, who's made it, or who's on their way to the top that could push me to that next level. It's just about testing yourself. They say iron sharpens iron. So if that's the case, I want to be in there with the very best to see how I match up. Because I know that I could hang, but we need to just make it happen so I can showcase that I can hang. So really, I don't really care about a specific person or a dream match. But if that person is good and is recognized and respected as being good, then I want to be in the ring with that person. I don't care different styles. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Just want to be in there with the best, the very best.
Gotcha. What about a favorite venue that you've wrestled at?
Favorite venue? Ooh.
Or it could be favorite town.
I have two. I did a lucha / American style wrestling show in Mesquite, Texas. That was the outskirts of Dallas, where I shared a locker room with Silver King, Super Crazy. I mean, you name it, and then a whole bunch of American wrestlers. And that venue was huge, and I was still super green. I mean, super green, and but it was a shocker to go out there in front of those people and do my thing. But the bigger states like San Antonio, they always show me love out there, and it's something special about wrestling in Texas that just gets you extra hype because they believe in the whole wrestling thing. You know, it's a generational thing for them, and they really believe in it, and they buy into what you give them if you play the part, look the part, and act the part. So I kind of miss it over there, and I'll be heading over there soon, God willing. But it has to be probably San Antonio. I love wrestling out here too. Don't get me wrong, but I haven't hit that big venue that I still strive to perform in.
Cool. I'd love to go to Texas too and check out some pro wrestling out there. I've just been stuck here on Long Island. I haven't been far. I want to make it to Jersey too.
You got to get out. There's a lot of wrestling. I mean, the Northeast is killing it. Down south, they're killing it. I mean, oh man, there's a lot of good wrestling going on. But Texas is definitely a wrestling state. So it has. I mean, the history is rich in itself, but even still to this day, it's thriving.
Right. Besides any of the big companies, what company would you like to perform at that you haven't been in?
Besides the big names,
right.
Serena named a few, and this is no BS, no gimmick, no working here. I want to work for that. I want to work for those companies. I'm going to make my name out there. So for sure, those companies, definitely no brainer. There's other indies out there that I've been following for quite a few years, like the Beyonds and all those companies out there. I'd like to get an opportunity to do my thing. All I need is an opportunity, and I'll take care of the rest. So hopefully that could happen in the near future. I'm looking to fill dates. I'm looking to fill dates and do this all year long, if that's what it takes.
Gotcha. There's a promotion in Puerto Rico, RCW. I don't know if you heard of them.
No, I want to go to Puerto Rico too, but you said the big names. You have the big two companies out there. Definitely want to work out there, along with Mexico's big companies too. I definitely want to go to Puerto Rico. I want to go to Europe. I want to do the thing everywhere, really.
What about New Japan?
Everywhere. I literally want to work everywhere. Unless the big company calls and they want me exclusively, I want to work everywhere because there's so much great talent out there, and if you're hungry to be successful in this business, why wouldn't you want that exposure? Not only to be exposed to fans, but the exposure to be in the ring with those guys who could teach you something. Because every experience in the ring, it's a learning experience. Even if you're in there with somebody who's not as skilled as you, let's just say, it's always something you can take from it if your mind is geared to. I don't know if you have a high aptitude for this business, I guess.
I've had similar talks with some wrestlers from out here telling them, hey, you guys need to branch out. Get your name out there. They're really talented, And if you just stick to one part of the country, you're never going to get your name out there.
No.
It's very difficult.
And there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you're into. You know what I mean? Everybody has different goals in wrestling, and I'm not going to be the one to knock it. But for me, it's very clear. I lived a certain lifestyle before getting into wrestling. Very secure lifestyle, very successful lifestyle, and I kind of just took a back step to that because I wanted to fulfill my wrestling needs, having a family. So my sense of urgency is a little bit exaggerated and almost unrealistic, but I have to be that aggressive if I want something out of life.
If you had to work for any of the big companies, which one would you think you would prefer?
Yeah, I don't prefer any of them. I had an experience being backstage last month in AEW, and I was looking around and I'm like, wow. This is big. This is good. I belong. And that just gave me a nice little boost, saying it's just a sense of
this is it, right?
Yeah. But I honestly don't care. You have WWE, AEW, MOW, NWA, which I love. New Japan. You name it. They come knocking at my door. I'm going. It's just a no-brainer. The goal is to be successful on TV frequently and making a living for my family.
Yeah, definitely. Have you had any tryouts?
No, I haven't, unfortunately. I had one opportunity back in Texas, but unfortunately, my military commitments wouldn't allow it because I was in a
Oh,
I was in a position where it was pretty critical that I was there when I needed to be there.
right.
But it is what it is. It is what it is, you know. But if that opportunity comes now, I'm going to take it.
You're ready.
Yep, I'm more than ready.
All right, let's go into ribbing. Tell me about a rib that was played on you, and then maybe one you played on someone.
You know, no one's ever played a rib on me. Uh,
Really?
I'm, and the ribs I play on people are very innocent. Like,
Uh-huh.
I'm the wheelman. That's my thing. I'm old
Uh-huh.
school with it, and I love driving everywhere because you hear stories of the old guys. You know, hey, we go up and down the roads, and so it's like
Right.
those are cool stories, and I kind of want to live that life as a wrestler, right?
Right.
I'm the kind of ribber, but my ribs are innocent. You know, like every time I'm in a crew in Texas, anyways, because here I travel alone, and I have a crew, and it's like I work more than anybody here. I'm driving 5-6 hours, and you guys have the audacity to go to sleep to the show and from the show. So I would do things like get behind uh what do you call those things? I don't know how to say it in English because I'm sometimes my English and Spanish gets tangled. Una grúa. You know what I
Magura?
mean?
Oh, yeah, tow truck.
See what I mean? That's so simple, tow truck, but my Spanish gets in my way sometimes.
I get it. Sometimes I do the same
Right.
thing.
So the car they're towing is facing you, right? So I'll
Uh-huh.
get behind it. Get rather close, and just
Uh,
oh my god, and beep, and everybody just and just heartbeats, and I'll do pranks like that. You know, just man, get up, stay up. You know what I mean? Stay up with me so we could talk or something. Keep me awake. It's a 5-hour drive for crying out loud. Things like that. But I haven't
Right.
really. I don't know because I'm. It's not. I don't know. I guess I'm just more. I'm like what you see, what you get with me. I'm a real easygoing guy. If you don't like me behind the scenes, you probably don't like yourself. I don't have heat with anybody. I don't really care for it. I don't care about the politics, the drama. I stay away from it. It's almost like well, I'm too grown for that, but in no reality, I am. So I just try to be cool with people, and if people make a joke on me, I just laugh it off because it's all love. But I definitely don't go out of my way to rib other people just because I don't know. I feel like I'm focused at a show and I want to learn. And there's so many moving pieces that if I'm playing around or messing with my phone, that I'm not really doing my job, which is paying attention. You know.
Right. Let's go back to AEW for a second. When you were there, did anybody give you any advice?
I had a long conversation with Leon Ruff actually, and he was just talking to me. I won't get into the specifics, but because it just kind of breaks the fourth wall. Thank you for caring. But he was talking a lot about his psychology, how he puts into matches, because he's a rather small guy. And he was telling me how big guys tend to think when they work with him and how he kind of finesses them into doing the match that he wants, all about making them look like $1 million. And he just taught me a few things on how to piece a match together. Should I work with a guy who's bigger than me, smarter than me, the same size even? And it was a lot of psychology stuff that's useful for TV. One thing that really made me feel good, but I wish I could hold him to talk a little bit more, but I couldn't because it's live TV, so they were busy.
I think I lost you for a second.
Oh, what's the last thing you heard?
The guy who's giving you a little bit of advice, you kind of started and then you got cut off from me.
Oh man! Well, no, I would say I had a long. I'll make it short. I had a long conversation with Leon Ruff, and it was all psychology based, and he just gave me good examples because you know there's a thousand ways to skin a cat, but there's always a definite wrong way to do things. And he gave me a whole bunch of scenarios and psychology wise, on how to piece together matches with guys who are bigger than you, smaller than you, same size. And he was just saying how he applied it to his craft because he's a rather small guy. So he was just showing ways where he could just demonstrate his athletic ability, all the while making the guy, his opponent, look like $1 million. And it was useful because it was a different perspective for somebody who's been there, who's doing it right now. And it's always good to get another perspective for somebody because what he's doing obviously works. So why not take something and try to apply it to my craft? Right. I saw Jerry Lynn back late. I don't want to name drop, but Jerry Lynn, he gave me some good advice. I was pumping up to take some promo pictures, and he just stopped. I was like, you look good, kid. You look good. Keep it up. And I'm like, thank you. And
that's awesome.
And I wanted to, but he had to go because everybody was going 100,000 miles an hour back there because it's live TV. So I'm not going to be the one to stop somebody that, you know what I mean? I just felt wrong. So I just kept it real professional, said hi to everybody. And honestly, I just shut my mouth and I learned, because there was a lot of teaching going on if you were smart enough to take the lessons in. So I was just watching, observing, to try to see what I could apply to myself.
Now, I've seen a picture of you with Prince Nana.
Yeah, you know.
So has he been one of your managers?
Well, talent recognizes talent. And I'm not going to say he's my manager. I'm not going to put words into his mouth. But what I would say is, when he saw me in Garland, Texas at AEW, he introduced me as a member of the embassy. As I shook the wrestler's hand. So I'm not going to say that he is, but I'm just going to say, if a guy of his stature says I'm in the embassy,
right,
then who am I to argue with the man?
It's like being a made man.
So I'm going to show him the respect and say, yes, you are right. I'm a member of the embassy. And as such,
right.
I represent everywhere I go.
That's awesome. I love it.
His
great. Sounds like you had a great experience there.
I did. But of course, you know, my brother traveled with me. He was just, if he could slap me, he would have. I'm like, yeah, but what happened? And he's like, you had an opportunity. I was like, yeah, but what happened? Nothing. A lot happened. But in my mind, I want more, because it left me with that hunger. He left me with a void.
You got that hunger, right?
And yeah, so I feel like, yeah, people were texting me congratulations. I'm like, for what? Like, what happened? What happened? What did I accomplish? Nothing, in my opinion. They haven't even seen 10% of what I can do. So I want to be able to go back and display that one day, hopefully. I'm grateful for the opportunity. Don't get me wrong. It's not about that. It's just me having standards for myself that I want more out of life. Right. You know what I mean? And that's all.
100% nothing wrong with that. You should be hungry. You should want the brass ring. You should want it all. Absolutely. Absolutely. You get your name out there. You meet people. You make connections. That's how it works. You know, that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to grow my channel. Meeting people here and there.
A little bit of elbow grease, right? And dedication.
I got so many guests coming on. I don't know what to do. I'm getting overwhelmed over here.
You just change that 25.6, add a little, maybe 25.30.
Hold on. There it is, 25.8.
Just, how about you do a little bit of 23.30, and then maybe 4.30, and you slowly start, adding half hour, decreasing half hour. Next thing you know, you're working, and you can measure up to my standard.
Let's pull that up real quick. Look at that! Look at that heavyweight championship.
You're piquing my interest. You know what I mean? It's well composed. It's aesthetically pleasing, and I feel like the gold matches my gimmick, which I wear a lot of gold. It's the shape is kind of dynamic, fits lovely around my beautiful waist. You're piquing my interest there, Papa Dank, and I think I'm gonna have to pay you a visit and see how I can obtain the title.
We have a lot of top-notch talent who are champions.
So then you need to add another one to the list.
Well, you would be actually the first true Hispanic. Even though my son was a champion at one point, he's not. He's only half Hispanic.
Yeah, I'm a full breed, huh?
That's right. Me too. I'm full breed too.
Full breed. But don't get it twisted. I always say to people, like, I'm just as much Dominican as I am American. I wouldn't serve this country if I didn't, but I'm super Dominican.
Yeah.
I'm super Dominican. This is why I represent my other crew, ODIFC, first class. You know what I mean? We're a group of hungry Dominican talent who we're knocking down doors to do something that's never been done before, which is a group of Dominican-born wrestlers that have style, swagger, piquete, as we say in Spanish, and to see what we can do.
Yeah, there's also you ever hear Vargas, the Dominican Destroyer?
Oh yeah, I've seen him. I've never met him, but I know who he is through social media. I've seen his work.
Yeah. Oh man, that guy, scary.
He looks good. I like the way he looks.
Got those Umaga vibes.
Yeah. With a Dominican twist. I like it.
I like it. I mean, I see him destroy an opponent like, what was it, 5 seconds? It's like, whoa.
Well, he was hungry. He needed his mango.
I would like to see Tony versus Vargas.
Listen, whoever wants to book it, I'll cook it.
I'm telling you, he's in Jersey. He's allowed in Jersey.
Listen, we go back to the motherland and do it.
Wait a minute.
I don't care. I don't care. Whatever you want to do is sign it up.
Bring that poster back up.
Yeah.
There's Nana right there.
So I'm going to say this right now. This is a beautiful poster. It's a beautiful company. My company, which I've been champion for almost a year.
Let's talk about this company.
I don't know. Was that?
Let's talk about this company.
It's a great company. It's a great company.
I can see some
the
great
champion
people.
before me, as a matter of fact, was Black G's, the Church's Money, who's a mentor of mine, as I said earlier. And again, I captured this beautiful title, which I have here. And I'm not going to show it out here because I'm a little bit upset. But I beat JTG for it. And a lot of amazing talent on that flyer.
I know the guy with the goat.
But where is the champion? I can't see him.
You got to be front and center there.
Front and center.
You got to let those guys know. Hey,
it's a travesty.
It is.
And I don't know if I should feel disrespected or. But
you got the guy with the goat. Instead of you, you should be there in the front center.
The GOAT guy is there, but not the champion. I mean,
I actually know.
Explícame. Eso no tiene sentido.
I actually know. I'm dying over here. I actually know the GOAT guy, Bobby Orlando.
No offense to anybody there. They're all talented. And those are certified champions right there. I love all those guys and what they do and what they bring to the table, and girls, what they bring to the table. No doubt. They're the best of the best. This
Absolutely.
Is the best of the best.
I've seen that Chica wrestle.
At the best of the best promotion, this guy right here. Therefore, you're talking about heartbreaks. My heart was a little bit heartbroken, but now I'm shifting. I feel something right now inside of me. I'm shifting from a little bit of anger to a little bit of determination. Like, I got to remind people while I'm sitting at the top of the throne. You can't ice me, man, even if they try. You can't ice me. I'm too cold to be iced. So, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. People need to get it together. But we're going to leave that for another conversation because I don't talk business in public. But I feel like some people are just, I don't know, sleeping under a rock, dumb, or just flat out ignorant to realize that the champion is missing from this beautiful, well-crafted poster.
I got to come to one of these events.
You should.
I will. So I come.
It's always a sold-out arena. The arena is very professional. And if I'm headlining, why would you miss it?
If you want to get Bobby going, tell him to follow me on Twitter. He'll go, what? He'll totally surprise him out of the blue. Tell him, I think he's doing that show and he's coming to us at Victory Pro Wrestling that night because I always do Victory Pro Wrestling, which is coming up on February 11th as well.
Look at that poster. Talent. But no Tony Batista.
No.
Why am I not going there?
No Tony. Have you ever wrestled any of these on the poster?
Not at all.
Okay.
But boy, would I love to. Why am I not here? Where's this going to be at?
Right here in Long Island, Bayshore.
I just don't understand.
You see the guy on the bottom with the title?
Yeah.
He lost the title to the guy on top, Mike Anthony, but he is the social media champion. He's got the title too. And Desmond Cole up in the top, the New York State champion, he's red hot out here.
Maybe he's the one to watch. Cool him off.
I think so. But we'll talk about BPW a little bit later on. We got some comments in here. Hold on. Create a pro match. Tony versus Vargas. Book that match. It's got money written all over it.
You know, it does. But let me. This is the problem with the world. Why would you guys want to put the two Dominicans against each other? Is this a conspiracy? Are you guys conspiring against me? Or Vargas for that matter? I don't have a problem taking him out. I don't back down from nobody. Doesn't matter to me. You line him up, I knock him down.
He needs a challenge.
I'm really good and efficient at what I do. However, wouldn't it be stronger considering that we are a minority within the minority in professional wrestling to team up and take everybody out?
He needs a challenge. I'm telling you. He's taking everybody out. Serena, Bobby won't even follow you to the end of the block, LOL, let alone on Twitter. Thanks, Serena.
Jeez, that's tough.
I'm telling you, want to get Bobby going, just mention it, you'll throw him so out of the loop. People are like, what?
I'm going to do it.
I don't know why Victory Pro Wrestling booked Tony ASAP.
You know what? And it's not their fault. It's not anybody's fault there. You know, like I said, I came over to this area at the start of the pandemic when everything was shut down. No one knew me. People just knew me in Texas pretty much.
Right.
And that's what it was. That's what it was. So I came here, I made a name for myself, started from the bottom and grinded, right? And now I'm slowly making my way. Yeah, I'm working in Massachusetts. I'm working in Delaware soon, Philadelphia, West Virginia, even.
Right.
But New York New York is evading me or something like that. I don't know. But if it's all about getting my name out there. So people just need to recognize where the talent's at and know that I'm an asset to any company, not an asset to any company, and I can contribute to whatever the program is selling.
Right. Besides the shows that we mentioned, NYWC, who's probably been around the longest out of all the Long Island promotions. You got Creator Pro, obviously. Everybody knows Creator Pro.
Yep.
And we got Victory Pro Wrestling, who's been around as well. But there's also Remarkable Wrestling out here, too.
What a name. What a name that's suitable for a person of my stature.
That's right.
You see what I mean?
I agree.
Victory. Champion. I'm victorious, huh? Remarkable.
Right.
This is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. We need you out here in New York, out in Long Island.
Listen, it's nothing but a skip and a hop to me. Get the driver to fire up the vehicle, and we're there.
That's right. Bring the whole family down.
I don't even have to fly.
How far are you away from New York?
Right now, for the next few months, I'll be about an hour, depending on what part of New York. About an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on where. For now, then I'll travel and I'll live here for a little bit, and then I'll travel. It's the luxury of being a man of means. You know what I mean? I get to travel here, travel there. I'm tired. I'll be here. You know, that's what happens when you have a couple of chelitos in your pocket.
I feel like I'm gonna see you soon at like AEW or something. Like,
well, it's good that you speak into existence, and I hope those vibes come through here and goes through
I want much success for you.
Waves, because I'm hungry, like legit. I'm legit. And my sense of urgency is a little bit exaggerated.
I've had many guests come on, and none of them have basically said like you. I'm hungry. I want it all. I want this. I want that. That's great. That's a great positive attitude.
I mean, different people have different perspective. Everybody has their goals within wrestling, and they're all okay. Like, there's nothing wrong about I just want to be in the indies, or I don't want to work in that company. I'm not gonna knock it. But like I said, my motivation goes deeper than the self-serving purpose that it served when I first broke in. It's more like, I don't have the W mindset. I don't have the luxury to lose, I guess, because I have a family. Not to say that somebody else has the luxury to lose. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking them. It's just that my situation is a little bit more. My situation makes my life urgent to me as to how I move. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Makes sense. Tony, thank you for coming on the show. We're going to plug some stuff for you real quick. I only have the graphic for this one. February 11th. Doors open at 11:30.
Don't miss it. Early bell time. Bring your family, bring your kids. It's going to be a great show as always. Look at that talent pool. You have my man Bro Keller. You have, of course, Prince Nana.
Of course.
You have these guys, Primal Fear, which is the tag champs, and this other guy to the bottom left of the champ. Those guys are money. Samael Fawzi, the super crazy United States champion, which I was double champ at one point, and I had the U.S. championship along with the heavyweight championship. But that's another story for another day. After that, February 25th, Woodbury, New Jersey, the American Legion Post. I will go back to AAW to defend my Tri-State Championship, which I am the first ever Tri-State champion, against the one American Hammer, Matt Quay. Matt Quay, he is good. He is explosive. He is electric. Everybody loves Matt Quay. He's all-American. Woo! It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
At the end of the day, the results are the same. See, I'm giving him the answers to the test. No matter how hard you work, no matter how hard you try, the results are going to be the same. the champ stays champ.
Gotcha. All right. Let me plug.
And of course, they better follow me on social media. Tony Leyenda on Instagram, Tony Leyenda on Facebook. And if you don't, we're gonna take care of that when I see you guys face to face, because things change when the big man gets. See, I know I'm here, Papa Dank. I'm gonna tell you the obvious right now. Here's what people say: "You're just a pretty boy. Look at your hair." Ooh, but here's the fact that you don't. This is what you don't see through a TV screen. I'm 6'3", 233 pounds, carved from granite. Not only am I beautiful, but I'm incredibly powerful. And things change when the big man gets in your face. So how about you leave all the obvious comments out, because I know I'm pretty. That's the way God made me. And how about you realize that I am the real deal? There's no frills, no gimmicks. See, this ain't some type of thing that you just bye, Papa Dank. I'm gonna go back to blah 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 blah. No, this is the way I am. This is what it is, and this is the way it has to be. Why? Because the champion says it has to be this way, and this is how you become successful.
Let's show that real quick. Look at that.
I can't even
look at that champion right there.
I can't even look at this guy right now. He's so beautiful. I can't even look at him.
It's too much. It's too much for everybody.
It's almost too hot to handle and too cold to hold. Oh my goodness. That guy's so bright. With the shades.
Yeah, with the shades. Look at that. I like him.
Oh my goodness.
All right. As before we sign off with Tony, next show will be tomorrow at 8 with PJ Savage.
Look at PJ Savage.
Check PJ Savage. You know PJ Savage?
He is just what he says he is, and he is a savage. He's intense. He's skilled. He's a skilled big man, and I like him. But I'll smack the taste out of his mouth if he ever gets out of it.
Also on Wednesday, we will have Abs. Andrew's Better Body System. Do you know Abs?
The best body in all of the independents currently right now.
Do you know Abs?
I'm La Crema.
Abs is awesome. I love Abs. We got a chance to work together at a show. He's coming on the podcast. We also have Big Bad Mama on Wednesday at 8:30.
Oh, she's a big bad mama, all right.
Oh, she's big and bad, and she's going to be right here on the podcast.
I like her look.
As well as on Thursday, the one and only remarkable heavyweight champion Gabriel Sky will be on.
This guy's the real deal, let me tell you.
He is the real deal. And he's involved in a War Games type match at the next Remarkable show, which we will talk about on Thursday. As for me, I will be at Notorious for Victory Pro Wrestling, also on February 11th, but later on in the night. So if you go to Jersey, you can come down to New York, and you get tickets at victoryprowrestling.com. And make sure you tell them Papa Dank sent you. But don't use a promo code because it won't work.
Yeah, I mean, you come to me. You come to me, I'll warm you up real nice. You'll fly to New York so you can see the show, and you'll be happy. It'll be probably the best Saturday night ever for you.
It will be. It will be. Also that night, we will be filming for the 23-6 title. What will happen next? Will the Solution be able to retain his championship? And what about the false championship? Will Dr. Cool realize it's not the real championship? You'll have to find out at the next vlog interaction, filming at Notorious. And the big announcement for me, you ready, Tony?
I'm ready.
You ready? Papa Dank will be appearing with Robbie Rebel at Icons of Wrestling Convention Fan Fest, the Spring Fling. Saturday, March 18th in Philly. Papa Dank's first Philly appearance. Make sure you come down and say hello. Get a sticker. I'll be there giving out stickers and taking pictures if you want a picture with Papa Dank, a.k.a. me. Tony, Eddie. Thank you. Hold on a second. I was just saying, shining so bright, you need to wear the shades. Serena, look. You're shining so bright, you need to wear the shades, Tony.
It's true. It's true. But I want people to see my eyes, because right now I'm feeling something about today. There's something about today that I'm just feeling extra beautiful. Sounds stupid. I feel that way every day, but I just feel like, it's true.
Tony, thank you for being on the show. We appreciate it. Hopefully we can have you back on later on in the year. We can talk about what you've been up to.
I appreciate the opportunity to just come and just flap my gums. But hopefully next time I come, I have better news, something different.
Gotcha.
Something to offer your platform.
Hopefully we can meet up one day.
Yeah.
I would like to send you some stickers though. So if you can send me an address where I can send you stickers, please send it to me, and I'll send you some stickers. Okay.
For sure.
Mr. Tony.
And this podcast better get us a zillion views.
It better. I mean, with those shades, right?
I mean, come on. I'm giving you guys like, I don't know, an hour worth of entertainment here. This is a good listen while you're on a road trip. You could look at me when you're at your home. I mean, for you ladies, if you want to just spend a little time lighting up some candles and give me some TLC, look at this space. You can use it for motivation, inspiration. I'm here to serve the masses. I'm trying to say, Papa Dank. Okay.
Right.
I didn't say anyway, nothing. I'm just here to serve them. I'm here for the people.
I can see that you're here for the people.
That's it.
One last thing.
I'm a giving person.
I see you're a giving person. I see that very much. The Ballad of Gia and Frankie, A Journey of Hope and Destruction, featuring wrestler Gia Sav, a wrestling documentary available on Venmo. Please check it out. We need to support independent wrestling. Get your copy now, as well as all the wrestling shows that you can get to. Independent wrestling is the heartbeat of wrestling, in my opinion.
You're right.
What do you think, Tony? You're right. I'm right, right?
I'm going to tell you what I know, and I guess there's a biased answer because I'm an independent wrestler myself. But here's the fact of the matter: people who are not wrestling fans, and it's not their fault because they're not educated. They typically say, "Well, are you a wrestler?" Yeah, I'm a professional wrestler. Oh, but like on TV? No, I'm an independent. Oh, so you're like amateur? No, I'm a professional wrestler. We are professional wrestlers. We are the stars of tomorrow, right?
Absolutely.
I'm the minor exception because I'm already a star, but let's focus on the average Joe.
I agree.
We're the stars of tomorrow. Why not come see us in an intimate setting where you could have a good, entertaining show? Furthermore, family friendly for your children to actually love and speak about on Monday when they go to school. And just meet wrestlers, support the industry as a whole. If you like wrestling, you get bigger bang for your buck coming to see us in independence than going to see a major show. I mean, go see the major shows; they're great as well. But I'm saying it's all one big bubble of wrestling. It's all one family. There's no difference between one independent label and a major company, except the fact that they have the budget and the arena and the notoriety because they have the weekly TV. But other than that, wrestling is wrestling. Those are my peers. Come see and support. If you're into wrestling, of course, come support us. You're not gonna regret it, and you're not gonna lose your money.
Right, absolutely. Wrestling brings people together. You'd be surprised. I'd be at work talking about stuff, and then I bring up wrestling, like, oh, I watch this, or I do that, or I go there and I buy this.
When I was a kid, I used to love so-and-so. Do you know who that is? And
yeah,
it's a universal thing. You know what I mean? My grandmother who didn't even speak English, she'd watch WWF. She didn't even speak English. Right. She understood it,
Do you collect any wrestling items?
I used to, and Mama Leyenda has a bad habit of not liking to hoard. Therefore, she has thrown away a lot of my stuff. Most notably, I had a bunch of wrestling buddies growing up, and she's like, "I didn't throw them away." Yeah, you did, Mom. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. And she did that. I had video games, and for Nintendo gaming systems. A lot of dolls and stuff like that, action figures. So now I don't do that anymore. I collect pictures more than anything. But my son, he's the collector now. He has a whole bunch of action figures, and he's very much in tune with what I do.
I'm big into Funko Pops. I collect a lot of the WWE Funko Pops.
I don't own one.
Really?
I think I got it in my head that the first one I want to own is my own.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I got plenty. I was gonna surprise you one day. I got you. You don't even know. I have a whole storage unit full of Funkos. It's crazy.
But they're gonna be worth it. They're gonna be worth it one day. And I know they are. Because I feel that way. It's a market for
my collection's got to be worth at least $40,000 right now, at least. Because I collect a lot of the rare Freddy Funkos that they make. So, like, I have a Sting Freddy Funko, which is like almost $1,000 right now. I have a Hogan one. Yeah, I just got the Macho Man one. So, like,
you gotta hold on to those tight.
Those aren't going anywhere. My WWE ones I will not sell for nothing. Well, Tony, thank you for coming on the show. Please make sure you follow Tony on all types of social media. Check them out. Please, Tony, share anything you're doing with me, and I will share it as well.
Thank you.
With my followers as well. All right, Tony. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Make sure tomorrow night PJ Savage will be on. Make sure you check that out. Thank you, Serena, for booking all these great guests. You guys have a great night. And make sure Raw 30th anniversary is coming on in 10 minutes. I'll be watching. All right, everybody. Stay tuned for the next episode.